so that I can just figure out if I can just get a little bit more out of one of those fingers where the source of this that's still holding out is. And if not, next treatment, you know? It's always more time later. Yeah, and I think this is the spot. So I came to a point where I felt like I wasn't getting any more tension out by working up here, and I come back to the roots of it, which are going to be in one of these fingers. Pretty sure it's this one, but it might be more than one. And I was obviously going a little bit too easy, or just warmed him up gently, you know, the first time. It's really clicky through here. There's like a huge blockage right there. Obviously we're just going to hold that spot, move it slightly. I also think this one playing a part. You can see it is a little bit harder, even though I got some of the oil off, you know, slipping more and that sort of thing, which is, again, why there, it clicked. That was what was holding his really bad tension up there, I think. It could, I want to check this finger though, just to make sure it's not both of them. So how long you go for just depends, you know, how much time the person's booked in for, whether you do it in 1 or 2 sessions, 3, you know, how tired you are, you know. But I don't like tension kind of beating me, you know. I'm gonna get this fucker out, you know. And hopefully he agrees, you know?
Robin's like, all right.
Yeah. How you going, Robin?
Yeah, good.
Good.
He agrees.
He agrees.
Green light.
Mm-hmm. Oops. I think there's still a bit of tension in this finger, but I think the other one was the main one holding it. But there's something still could go a little bit better in here. Nope, I'll come back to it. That one's feeling quite good. Here what I'm going to do is bend the finger back this way and then kind of massage the top of it as well, because that still feels like it's holding a bit. Come into that pressure point there, stretch it back and forth. Kind of really open up that side of the hand as well. All these little, I call them micro clicks. They're all like the whole thing letting go a little bit by little bit. So, you know, like I said, the two of the qualities that, you know, make a good therapist are patience and perseverance. But then also knowing when's enough is enough for the day, whether it's him or me, and going, okay, you know, come back in a couple of days, we'll get some more out, you know? And I'm almost hitting that spot now where I'm just like, okay, I'll just see if I can get this out. Otherwise, the rest will be for another time. But this spot I'm holding right now is definitely held, and that's what I'm, you know, and it was held from here, and it's obviously been stuck for a long time. But I'm thinking that that's what's now going to release this next one. So I'm just doing different ways to try and have a little micro click there in the wrist. Nice. This will be quick too. Whew. This is where I'm just thinking maybe I do need to kind of come in with a little bit more. So now I'm thinking I'll come and do a bit more on his hand and finish up, and that's good for a session. You know? I might just sort of gently, like do 1 or 2 minutes, just getting him into a more deeply relaxed state, allowed, and that big toe that wouldn't go before. Remember I was saying that at the start of the treatment? So just having him in a more deeply relaxed state affected his big toe as well. But not that one. So interestingly, the corresponding side I've been working on. See, this is also where if I wasn't in Queensland with all the assholes, you know, trying to dictate that I couldn't crack a neck, I would actually crack his neck now, and that would allow the energy to move up. You know? 3 went, yeah. And as we released his arms, his legs, I'd keep coming back, and I'd get more and more. How's it feel?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. So I'm
I
going
do feel like once you did that, it was more came up to the head.
Yeah. So now I'm going to do a bit more. You know, as I say to him, that might be 2 hours out of 20 that needs to be done. You know, it's not a one treatment wonder. You know, I'd want to do, in terms of a treatment plan, I'd want to do a thorough treatment on each of his arms, each of his legs, and his head, and then one sort of connecting everything, and then I'd go around and do it again, and see. Then I'd get any what I call the real stubborn tension out. I wouldn't maybe work on every finger. I'd work on anything that's left that wouldn't go this time. So there'll be little remnants and roots and things, you know, and they'll be like, there's that still a little bit that's still tight there. And I could feel that, but I can't do any more in one treatment, you know. Time-wise, he could get tired, I'm getting tired, you know. It's a lot of intensity, so break it up, you know.
Very thorough.
Very thorough, you know, and I'd rather do a very thorough job. Even if it took him like, okay, yeah, I'd say 20 hours, 25 hours, something like that, you know. And that would be 2 hours on each hand, 2 hours on each foot, maybe a bit more, and then a second cycle of that. Can you open your jaw again? Whenever you're using a towel on somebody's face, make sure that you're not covering their nose. Okay, so you can see he can clearly breathe out of his nose here. It also can be nice when you finish a massage just to use that towel over their eyes if it's a bright room, you know, so that they can more easily go inside themselves and not worry about like lights, especially if you got fluorescent lights. Big breath. So there's a, there's a saying that with good massage, you start off yin, which is more gentle, with the face, and you get into your yang, and then you finish off yin. So just getting that person into a nice calm state, So if you've stirred up anything, get it to be processed and out, and so they can just go into their nice relaxed state, Sure, after we just cleared anything out that's in the breath still. Creating a rocking motion is a really nice way just to finish too. People talk about, I haven't done it, but people talk about Tibetan pulsing and things like that. And I think of pulsing as kind of just like this whole deeply, it's a more of a yin move, just kind of deeply relaxing, just allowing those waves of, energy to keep moving through the body. And it just puts him into a nice, deeply relaxed state. And of course, you never want a person to get up off the table right away. There's a very profound, deep sense of relaxation. In fact, bringing back to looseness that takes place as the massage finishes. It gets to appreciate that new relaxation. I was talking about that word relax, what you bring back to looseness, And even though because a lot of people misinterpret or they have stupid ideas about what the word relaxation massage, I call it stupid, sorry, that's probably not the right word. It's just Australian language. But real relaxation massage is when you go into a nice deep state of relaxation, not a superficial massage, Like I said, you do that more gentle to start with, intense, gentle to finish. And then always make sure that as you're finishing, make sure that the person's warm enough. Okay? You don't want a person in this state then to get cold. How you feeling, Robin? Would you like a towel or are you good? Okay.